I was diagnosed with depression 4 years ago now, and then I figured out over the last year that it probably wasn't depression. And then I went and got through the club organised to see a psychologist, psychiatrist, and sort of ADHD, and that's what caused a bit of depression, a bit of both. I used to get confused, and I sometimes get too flustered with things, and it affected my training and matches and my mood swings. So I think that's when I realised actually a big part of my training is getting the mind right. Cricket is a very mindful sort of sport. If you're not in the right mindset, then it doesn't matter how much you train. There's certain games where it's a big game and sometimes it just, anxiety takes over sometimes, and it's affected me badly and I haven't performed. I think some guys are naturally, sometimes those guys, the guys who perform well, they're not thinkers, and that's actually why they do so well, because they're generally living in the present and they've always got that natural ability to do so. So I wouldn't say, I wouldn't put me down as one of the top mental guys at all. But I feel for me, I struggle with it. That's why I'm doing it. I've always read about visualization and in sport, and I always thought every big sportsman in any sport, they all talk about mindfulness and a lot of it, their training's imagery and imagining being successful. I found it incredibly hard to visualize, like to sit there and think about certain things. And I heard about this Headspace app through one of the guys who was using it, and he says it's brilliant. So I started that, and it was just sort of basics of breathing and feeling your body, etc., etc. And then you sort of get a foundation in that. So you can go into any sort of aspects on the app now. You can do, like, if it's anxiety, if it's rehab, you're coming back from injury, if it's you want to learn to visualize, or if you want a motivation or focus or whatever it may be. And a lot of it comes down to the same thing at the end of the day, just being present. I try and make sure no matter what, the one consistent I can control the day is doing that every morning.